The following message is transmitted at the request of the Boston Police Department. Multiple calls have came into the police department saying that a plane has been hovering around over downtown Boston. This plane is holding a sign saying New England will disappear soon. Be prepared. No confirmed sources say that New England will disappear. However, all residents listening to this message should stay vigilant at this time and await further instructions. The following message is transmitted at the request of the Portland City Police Department and the state government of Maine. Multiple rioting and fighting has been taking place in the city of Portland. This is likely due to the rumor of New England disappearing. If you don't know, yesterday in downtown Boston, Massachusetts, a plane was spotted flying around the city holding a sign saying New England will disappear soon. Be prepared. All residents in Portland and surrounding areas should stay away from the area until further notice. On the other note, you have the choice of evacuating New England if you want to. This is not mandatory. You can evacuate by driving up into Canada or into New York or any other states. All residents should stay tuned for further instructions. The following message has been transmitted at the request of the United States government. This is not a test. A very strange event has just taken place in the United States. The states of Maine, New Hampshire, Vermont, Massachusetts, Rhode Island, and Connecticut, also known as New England, have disappeared off Earth randomly. It is unknown what caused this, but investigations are immediately underway. What is left now is a large portion of the earth and water, and air is expected to fill the area soon. This will cause flooding in surrounding areas, such as areas in New York, which include New York City, areas in Quebec, Canada, which include Montreal and possibly Quebec City, areas in New Brunswick and possibly Nova Scotia. Some areas in Pennsylvania and New Jersey can possibly get flooded. Before New England disappeared, 2 days ago, a plane was hovering around Boston with a sign saying New England will disappear. Be prepared. It is most likely that all citizens living in New England have disappeared or died, but that is not confirmed at this time. All residents living in areas near New England should move to further areas at this time. Stay tuned to this station for more updates on this event.
The following message has been transmitted at the request of the Canadian government. This is not a test. A strange event has just taken place in the United States. The states of Maine, New Hampshire, Vermont, Massachusetts, Rhode Island, and Connecticut, also known as New England in the United States, have disappeared off the earth. This has left a portion of the earth that is now visible. Areas bordering these states and cities such as Montreal and Quebec City are vulnerable to flooding due to water rushing into to fill the empty areas. Cities in the United States will also be affected, such as New York City and other areas. States in the United States will receive flooding, such as New Jersey and Pennsylvania. Provinces in Canada that will be affected are Quebec, New Brunswick, and some parts of Nova Scotia. If you live in areas near New England, move to a further area to avoid getting caught in the flooding. All residents should stay tuned to this station for further updates.
La message suivante est transmise à la demande du gouvernement canadien. Ce n'est pas un test. Un événement étrangement de se produire aux États-Unis. Les États du Maine, du New Hampshire, du Vermont, du Massachusetts, du Rhode Island et du Connecticut, également connus sous le nom de Nouvelle-Angleterre aux États-Unis, ont disparu de la terre. Cela est une partie de la terre qui est maintenant visible. Les zones limitrophes de ces États villes comme Montréal et Québec sont vulnérables aux inondations en raison de la qui se précipite pour remplir les zones vides. Des villes aux États-Unis seront également touchées, comme New York et d'autres regions. Des États-Unis subiront des inondations, comme le New Jersey et la Pennsylvanie. Les provinces du Canada qui seront touchées sont le Québec, le Nouveau-Brunswick et certaines parties de la Nouvelle-Écosse. Si vous vivez dans des régions proches de la Nouvelle-Angleterre, déménagez dans une autre région pour éviter d'être pris dans les inondations. Tous les résidents doivent rester de cette station pour d'autres mises à jour.
The following message is transmitted at the request of the New York City Police Department and the Federal Emergency Management Agency. An immediate evacuation has been issued for New York City and all areas highlighted in red here. This is due to New England disappearing and water rushing in to fill the area. Flooding is expected to flood the areas in a couple of hours. When evacuating, take the necessary items with you, such as food, water, clothing, medical supplies, a battery-powered radio, a first aid kit, and a fully charged phone. It is recommended to evacuate into the lower parts of Pennsylvania or the states of Ohio, West Virginia, Maryland, Virginia, or Delaware. It is recommended to leave as soon as possible, due to lots of people wanting to leave at the same time, most likely causing traffic jams. Stay tuned to this station for more updates on this event.
The following message has been transmitted at the request of the Canadian government. An immediate evacuation has been issued for Quebec City and any areas highlighted in red here. This is due to flooding from the disappearance of New England in the United States. When evacuating, you should take the necessary items with you, such as food, water, clothing, medical supplies, a battery-powered radio, a first aid kit, and a fully charged phone. It is recommended that you evacuate into the western parts of Ontario, as it is the safest parts from the flood. Stay tuned to this station for more updates on this event.
La message suivante est transmise à la demande du gouvernement canadien. Une évacuation immédiate est émise pour la ville de Québec et toutes les zones sur lignes en rouge ICI. Cela estate du inondations dus à la disparition de la Nouvelle-Angleterre aux États-Unis. Lors d'évacuation, vous devez importer avec vous les articles nécessaires tels que de la nourriture, de l'eau, des vêtements, des fournitures médicales, un radio et biles, un trousse de premiers soins et un téléphone complètement chargé. Il estate recommande évacuer vers les parties ouest de l'Ontario, car sont les parties les plus sûres d'inondations. Restez à de cette station pour plus de mises à jour sur cet événement.